So how did it go? Because she had a plan over the weekend to break her husband of his desire to have kids because she is not ready.
Okay, so sorry, I'm still looking at Mo's devil picture, and I'm like, it's gonna haunt my soul. So her husband's ready for kids. She is not. I guess before they were married, they talked about both wanting them, and now she's like veering over the fence to the let's spend our money on vacations and savings accounts and stuff instead of having kids. And he's like, I want them. Let's do it. So she had this genius idea.
They seem fun and they're soft.
Yeah, so like pliable. Yeah, they make sounds. They're fun. So he's into it. She's not, and she's like, I'm gonna ask my friend if I can borrow their kids. She had a 9-month-old and a 3-year-old, and I just feel like that's a perfect little concoction for a nightmare weekend. And that's what she was hoping for. She literally said, cross all your fingers that I get a nightmare weekend. So we were hoping the kids were going to be crazy and it would make the husband go, ooh, this is a bad idea. It did the opposite. He loved it. He went to Target and bought a bunch of toys, and then he played with the kids all weekend. And he had a ball, and she was like...
And he crushed it, according to her.
He crushed it, and she was like, this weekend was awful. And by that, I mean... great, and like it didn't turn out the way she wanted, but it was really good for him, and it just kind of solidified that he wants kids. So she was like, now what do I do?
She picked the wrong kids, man.
Yeah.
She should have gone to her friends where she knows that they have the brattiest kids and brought them over, but she went random, and they were really well behaved, and now it's really jacked up.
Well, now you've planted the seed. If anybody else tries to do this and like somebody comes to me and asks to borrow my kid, I'm going to be like, well, you think my kid is a bad kid?
That's exactly.
I'm looking for a nightmare baby.
So we thought this thing might backfire. So what has happened?
The update. Well, looks like I lost the battle and I surrendered. After a weekend with 2 adorable kids, my husband was even more convinced that we were ready, and he has not given up. In 24 hours, he put together a detailed plan. He mapped out all of our finances and figured out a budget that allows us to continue saving money while also having the expense of a baby.
He went all in. He was so excited.
He picked out larger vehicles for both of us.
Oh, no.
He wants. This is so adorable.
Calculated the trade-in values of both cars and figured out what our new monthly car payments would be.
Oh, my God. Calm down.
He also made a list of all the repairs and improvements we need to do to the house. Things like fencing in the backyard, finishing the basement so we have a large carpeted play area, turning one of the bedrooms into a nursery, etc. He even researched the best daycares and preschools in the area.
Ugh.
So after such a detailed presentation, in quotes, I offered my feedback and asked some additional questions. What if I find it too difficult to go back to work? How will we make those finances work? What if I don't want to live in this house when we start a family? I want to feel more settled in a more permanent home. A few hours later, he had alternative plans and budgets.
Wow, this
Damn,
guy.
this
When does
guy.
he sleep?
Let this man be a father.
I know,
right?
it's like
He is ready.
adorable.
If not
Like,
with you, with somebody else. He's ready.
I was like, my legs are
I'm not
open, I am
available.
ready.
He figured out that we could sell our house and move further out where bigger houses are less expensive. Since he works remotely, he has no commute. If I'm not working, there's no need for us to live so close to the city. He also factored in how much we would be saving in gas and other work-related expenses. He figured out that we'd likely be eating out less and could get less food delivery. When you add all that savings plus the fact that we wouldn't need childcare, then it all seems very doable.
This dude really wants a kid.
He was incredibly convincing. By the end of the night, I reluctantly agreed to begin trying in January. However, between now and then, I made him promise we would take one last trip as a couple. Besides, maybe I won't get pregnant right away, and even if I did, I have 9 months. Hopefully, this isn't going to be as hard as I think it will be, Joanna.
She tried.
She tried. She really did. But his enthusiasm is so contagious. Now,
Yeah.
she's saying that now, right? But the reality of it is when push comes to shove, is she really going to go through with it? And is she going to have like any kind of resentment in the future? Because she's really, truly not ready and is trying to become ready.
I mean, I appreciate what she's doing. I applaud his enthusiasm and what he's doing, and I do think it's absolutely adorable. Being a new mom myself, only do it If you really want to.
Yeah, Kristen's like, if you're on the fence, don't.
I know.
Yeah.
Which is funny because a lot of people veer the other way. And I.
What's the other way? Like if you're
if
thinking
you're-
about it?
If you're on the fence, go for it. Like, do it. But I'm just one of those people, like, if you're on the fence, when it comes to something of this magnitude, and it's huge, and it's.
The ghost just took a picture.
Who just took a picture of
I
it?
don't know. I heard
Come
it.
on,
heard
man. This man following me to work now. Come on, bro. You gotta stop
I was
this.
not making a flattering face either. I need to know who did it. I do too.
I don't know if you guys could hear that in your cars, but like a camera sound effect just went off in the middle of Kristen talking. All right, that's fairly distracting. Let's just get out of here. Sorry about that. All right, and no, by the way, that's disturbing, that advice. Like if you're on the fence about having a kid, go for it. No,
Yes.
it's just the other way around. If you're
That's
on the
how I
fence
feel,
about
yeah.
going to Key West,
Go for it.
The Bert Show.